Okay.
So yes, we are live on the Raj Podcast. This is obviously host Raj. We have a very special guest today, Kelly. Hopefully, I'll say this right. Kelly Rovetto. Is that how you
That's
pronounce?
right. That's
Yeah,
right. Hmm.
founder of Refemi. We will talk about that in a second. Very exciting. Very exciting. What you're due to launch on the website, which we will provide the link as well. But how are you today? First of all.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing nice. And when I saw your message, I think it was a matchmaker,
Yeah,
and
it was.
you sent a message on there, and we interacted.
Hmm.
And obviously, it was a fascinating. When I read about it, I was fascinated,
Oh,
and obviously, it's a like I was just mentioning, it was a very must have been a very difficult journey of your own
yeah.
on there, but. If you can just share with us first of all regarding your own journey through this through the through the breast cancer, and how
Hmm.
much support did you get when you went through it?
How much support?
Yeah.
So that's actually a really great question. So I I had a lot of family and friends, so that was extremely important to me. But support as it relates to, you know, when you're walk or when I was walking the journey, in those early appointments, first of all, when you get diagnosed, when I got diagnosed with cancer, I was in complete shock. So there was a lot of things in the beginning that I didn't remember. So I'd be in these early appointments with doctors and surgeons, and they'd be telling me, you need to get this and don't forget about that. And so support in regards to beyond the clinic. So when I would come home, I would forget what they had told me. And so I felt in that moment very unsupported. And it was as if, they would provide the information, but then if I could remember it, I'd have to go back and um we have a thing in the States, which is it's called EMR. It's electronic medical records. So if we have
Right.
to get in touch with our surgeons or our doctors, we send them a message. And it was just very cumbersome for me in the beginning. So I had support from my friends and family, from the perspective of, we're here for you. And that was another thing, Raj, is what do you need from us? How can we help you? That was the first question and words that came out of everyone I knew and loved, and it was, how can we help you? And it was funny because I didn't know how to answer them because I'd never been diagnosed with cancer. So it was like, I don't
Yeah.
know what I need, right? Until I needed it. And that was another real pain point and unmet need for me. So, your question about, did you feel supported? How were you supported? I was certainly supported by my family and my friends, but they didn't know what I needed, right? And
Mhm.
my surgeons and my doctors, they supported me the best they could in those hour doctor appointments, but then I'd get home and forget everything. So, you know, it was very overwhelming for me, and that left me, even though I had this physical support from my doctors, from my family members, I felt unsupported, if that makes any sense,
Right. Oh,
because yeah,
absolutely.
I just didn't know what I needed, and then I, didn't know how to ask for what I needed, and that's kind of how Refem was born. Essentially, I was trying to solve my own problem. Is what it was really comes down to. I was frustrated. Um, I was overwhelmed. I experienced product overload because there's so many things. The type of cancer I had, I'm cancer free now, thank God. But I had to go
Yeah.
through 18 weeks of chemotherapy, surgery, immunotherapy. So there was so much being thrown at me of things that I needed for the journey. And so being able to create one space for a woman who is diagnosed with any type of cancer. This is global. Like anyone in the UK, anyone can come on to this site and see a list of for free. It's absolutely free. They see a list of products that are needed for their cancer journey. They can create registries. They can create, um, you know, just different types of lists that they may need for parts of their journey that family and friends can then they can send it to them, and those family and friends can support them that way. So I hope it helps one woman feel less exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I understand about the chemotherapy, like I was mentioning, because obviously my cousin sister, she went through that chemotherapy. So
Mhm.
um, that journey, I do understand that journey because obviously
Yeah.
she was telling me every step of the, what was
Mhm.
happening and stuff. But it's good that your family is supporting you. That's fantastic. Uh,
Yeah.
because there are certain, and I remember this with my cousin sister. Obviously, sh- our families, unfortunately, they don't really support you as much as what we would like them to do.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That's
that's
tough.
a, that makes it a bit more difficult.
Mhm.
Though obviously the NHS, they are good in the UK, the NHS health service and stuff like that. And I'm sure in America they have a similar service, though they
Mhm.
which spot on there. But I don't know what they say. Is it a paid service in the USA? Am I right in saying?
Emergency? No, y'all have great healthcare.
Right.
In America, no, they'll charge you if you have to go to the ER for anything. So
Really? Oh
our
wow.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I have medical insurance, and so people who have insurance, um, they have different deductibles and copays, so amounts that they need to pay before um your plan coverage will kick in. But we don't have like universal health care where everything's covered. And yeah, it's like that in
Yeah.
the UK, right?
Yeah, it's a universal healthcare called National
Right.
Health Service,
Hmm.
where um, whatever you out of your wage, a little bit of that goes to the National Health Service,
You're right.
and everyone pays into that.
Hmm.
Whatever age you are and you're working. So,
Yeah.
so obviously it's not free, but the good thing obviously is that when you need to go there and which can happen at any time. There's no guarantees about anything, is there really?
Right.
Um, that at least you don't have to pay a massive lump sum of money,
Right.
for treatment and stuff. And a lot of people, they don't even have, they don't have anything left from the wages, to be honest. Never
Yeah.
mind paying for a massive treatment bill.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
this helps. It does help.
Right.
Um, so you can go in, book appointments and stuff and get there, and then they obviously treat you, do the
That's good.
whatever scans and everything they do. So that in that way is good.
Hmm.
Um, it is good. Definitely in that way. But obviously, like you said, the medical the insurance did help you out, which was good.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely, and that obviously made things a bit easier regarding that for you. And obviously, yeah, and like you said, it is due to launch very soon, which is
It
very
is.
exciting.
It
Very
is.
exciting.
Refem will launch December the 13th, so in a couple weeks. And for any of your listeners, I don't know, do you have viewer? I can't really see who's listening or who ends up viewing
Mm.
it, but any viewers or listeners can go to www.joinrefem. Yep, there it is. It's joinrefem.com, and they can enter in their email and you'll be notified as soon as we launch. And right now, what we have going on, because this is a global platform, I've partnered with a really famous kind of guy here in New Orleans. He's really famous for just helping so many of my friends with nutrition and fitness. So he's offering this gift is worth $3,000, but it's going to be in a raffle that we're going to announce the name
Wow.
on launch day. And it is 6 months of virtual nutrition counseling, as well as 6 months of a virtual fitness training schedule. So he'll write that for someone who, a refem, whoever comes and joins on refem and wants to get more support from a nutrition standpoint and a fitness standpoint, which is so important to women who are trying to recover on the path or in treatment. So that actually raffle is going on right now until
Great.
it'll close. It'll close, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. So if anybody's listening, go and you can go there, and then you can also go to my Instagram. Refem's Instagram is RE.FEMME_, and you follow us and you can tag two people. It has the instructions on how to sign up for the raffle, but it's a really cool gift, and I think it's going to help it can help a lot of women.
Yeah, so do check it out, and obviously we will put the link on the chat, the video description as well. In a bit we will put it. I'll put it down on there as well in the description. You can see the link. The link will be on there soon. So yeah, do check it out, and if you need support, like Kelly said, do get in touch on there, and that's what it is for. And these kind of it's such a good idea doing this. No
Yeah.
matter where you are from, whichever country you're from,
Whatever country, and that's the thing, Raj, it's like everyone's affected by cancer. And I had a lot of people be like, "Well, what about the men? Why don't you do something?" And for me, yes, that is actually something that our team is looking into. We're launching with the initiative of supporting women through cancer because I'm a woman, and it was a pain point for me. Cancer took so much. It took my breasts, it took my hair, it took my skin change. Women tend to not feel as feminine when they're going through cancer, and so that emotional baggage, essentially, or turmoil that you're experiencing, coupled with not knowing how to tell your friends and family what you need, or the expense of cancer. I mean, it's an expensive disease, so knowing what product is survivor vetted, what product has another woman used. I mean, you can go to like Amazon. Do y'all have Amazon in the UK?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can go to Amazon and you can search mastectomy bra, or for women who have ovarian cancer, hysterectomy pillow, and 100 and something products will come up with 20,000 reviews. And it's like, I have cancer. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to have to go and read through everything. So this is a this is a platform where women can just come. And, for me, I'm the type of cancer patient that was like, just tell me what I need. I don't need to create a registry. I don't need, just tell me what I need and I'm going to go buy it. And it has that. You can just go on there and there's a list by each component of your journey. So, if you don't have to have chemo, you just have to have surgery, you go search the category surgery, and up comes a list of products that have been used by not only me, but that's the cool thing too, Raj, is it's not just a Kelly website. It's a site that was built from countless interviews that I had with women who are going through colon cancer, lung cancer, ovarian, cervical, breast, as well as partnering with having clinical discussions with some of my surgeons, my surgical oncologist, my medical oncologist, my plastic surgeons. So these are all products that, have been discussed, vetted, supported, and used by women who have actually walked the journey, which is a really cool thing.
yeah. I've had many people who've had cancer in our families.
Yeah.
So I absolutely understand that, and
Hmm.
I've lost a cousin sister as
Oh,
well with
yeah.
cancer.
Mm.
uh, because that type of cancer which she had, there was no cure for that type of cancer, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so
So,
sad.
and so you couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. But hopefully, touch wood, they will find a cure at some point.
Yes,
Um,
that's my hope too. That's,
yeah,
and what's really beautiful about Refem is, so any woman that's listening to this podcast, it's a double-edged sword, these Facebook survivor groups or any survivor group. You can go into them and they can either make you feel supported or scare the hell out of you. And there was a
Yeah.
lot of negativity. So, when I was creating Refem, it was very important to me to remember that, I'm the one that's going to be spearheading the mission and the message. And so on the Refem platform will be women who share their story, and also speak it from a place of hope. That's kind of how we're gearing the share our story section is, what are things you're grateful for? What are things that helped you? Not, oh, tell us the worst parts of your journey. We know we'll get that enough. We can reach out to friends and family, but friends and family of people who have know other people who have been through the journey, and then we experience the worst parts. And there's going to be information and articles and blogs about, like, for instance, I wrote a blog just a couple days ago about that first shower, that first time a woman washes her hair after their first treatment of chemo. It's a scary
Yeah.
feeling, it's a really scary feeling. But in the site itself, there's going to be hopeful, information about advancements in cancer, cancer clinical trials, things like that, like very exciting things that can make a woman feel hopeful, right? And so I get to curate that and really make sure that that is what is being construed across the platform. And I think that's something unique to Refem as well. I'm going to be really, serious about making sure that it is a safe, positive place for a woman to come.
With Refam, was it yourself who came up with the name?
Yeah, actually, I did. So the reason I came up with the name, well, femme is, female in French. And
Yeah.
re is really, so for me, like I said in the beginning, um, cancer, I felt, and I've talked to several women who've gone through the same journey. It makes you feel not, it makes you feel not like you felt prior to the diagnosis. So I didn't feel feminine anymore, if that makes any sense. I felt really sick, my hair, I I define womanhood with, just looking and feeling beautiful, right? And when I got diagnosed with cancer and they told me I was going to need chemotherapy, immediately, like, of course, I'm worried about my mortality. Like, am I going to live, right? But right after that was what's going to happen to my hair and what's going to happen. My skin will change and my muscle, I work out a ton. I'm very athletic. And, I knew that chemotherapy destroys muscle. And so I was like, what's going to happen to my body? And my breasts were taken. And so I felt very alone and isolated in that emotion of, I'd look at myself and be like, who am I? It was like an identity crisis, if you will, And so when I was coming up with a name for this, that it just kind of entered my head. It was like, well, I love refem. I love, it's redefining how it feels to be a woman during cancer treatment, you know? And
Yeah.
and my tagline, or I like to call it, like, kind of my mission statement, is because beauty doesn't end with cancer. And it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to end with cancer. And I think a lot of women go into this journey thinking that that's just, oh well, I'm just going to have to feel sickly for the rest of my life or feel sickly on this journey. But Refem offers a different perspective for that woman who's suffering. And it's like, hey, you can walk through this with hope, and you can walk through this feeling beautiful and feeling, the beauty and the femininity comes from these products. There's makeup on there are lashes, like I love lashes. And I lost my lashes during chemotherapy. And so I think I spent, God, just unheard amount of money on lashes, like I was just trying to find what works for a woman who has no lashes. And so I was able
Mm,
to find some options. So there's a lot of different options that really just make you that work, that are survivor vetted and make you feel beautiful. So Refem is kind of, cancer works to deconstruct femininity, and I wanted Refem to be rebuilding femininity throughout the cancer process.
mm,
So that's really how I came up with it. And the logo is a lotus. Um, and the reason why the logo is a lotus is because lotus flowers grow from the mud, right? And so
right.
I think Rumi has this quote, and it says, no mud, no lotus. So it reminded me of like from the mud of cancer, from you know, um, the nightmare of cancer diagnosis comes a beautiful idea that has not been done. Like it's just I went searching for it. I was like, okay, there's got to be like a place where I can find all the, and there are places where you can search, but they're all fragmented. So you go here
Mm,
for this, and then you have to go there for that, and then and it was like I just want like a one-stop place. So having that is just, it's I think it's going to help so many women. I know it would have helped me. I was looking for it and it wasn't out there, so I built it. you know, and
yeah.
that's the lotus.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't think it is there because I'm like I was saying when my cousin sister went through it and she
Mhm.
went through the chemotherapy and obviously it was a long process, like you said. She didn't mention to me that there was any platform or anything, any
No.
spot. There wasn't. No.
There's not, and that's what I love about it. There's a woman who DM'd me from Ireland, and she was like, "Can I get on there and look at the products that I need? And even if Amazon doesn't deliver to me or I can't get
Yeah.
them, like, will there be lists? Will I be able to read about different, I mean, I have one on in the States, we have different codes for like wigs or coal capping, which is where a woman can wear like they will buy cold caps to help preserve their hair during chemo. A lot of women don't know these little bitty things, right? And so I've written
Yeah.
articles about that, like, the shower thing, and how to handle and manage if you don't decide to get a port for chemotherapy and you want to get your infusions through an IV. That's a lot of IV, and how to take care of your arms so that when you go in for your chemo infusions, it's not as painful. I mean, these are little bitty things that, again, they're out there, but you have to search and search and search. So, this Irish woman was like, she was so sweet. She was like, I cannot wait for this because I feel pretty lost right now. So, I mean, a woman is a woman is a woman, where no matter what country you're in,
Yeah.
what part of the globe you're
Sure.
in. And I think that to me is the most special part, is it's not just for women in the States, right? It's not just for women who have breast cancer. It's for women
Mm,
who have been diagnosed with any type of cancer,
yeah.
leukemia, blood cancers, colon, lung, kidney, bladder, thyroid, you name it. Refem is designed to help and support all women. Um, and I think so up until launch, which will be December the 13th, each week we are offering prizes, and gifts to these women who come and sign up. And so I think that's another way that we're trying to help get the word out and support that we care about not just, the woman's journey as it relates to within the clinic and, in surgery and all of those the medical aspect, but really beyond the clinic. Like, a big thing for me was I want to learn how to eat better. I mean, I knew how to eat better, but like, well, what are good nutrition plans for cancer? What are for cancer
Mm,
patients? What are, you know, should I still be focused on a ton of protein, which you should. Protein's so essential. But having prizes like, or gifts, I should say, like, a $3,000 worth of 6 months of nutritional virtual coaching. Any woman, Bradley, my friend who's running that, he actually works with another coach, and she's out of the UK. So she's also going to be on board to help
Oh,
um,
great.
coach women. Yeah, and that's what's really cool is there's going to be a component of refem that when a woman comes on, right, and she decides that she wants, gosh, I really want some consulting around nutrition, right? Like I want some support.
Yeah.
She can put that in her registry and send that to her friends and family. So she can say, this is something I'd really love. Can you contribute to this fund? Right. So what'll happen is she'll send it out and her friends and family can contribute monetarily to the fund. And with that, she can stay within the Refem website and redeem it for a nutrition consultation, however long, whatever she wants to pay for, whatever the money that she gets, she can look and redeem that on the Refem website. So it really helps to support a woman, not just with products, but with things like nutrition and fitness, uh, and wigs as well. So we're going to have a section for women who are looking for wigs and for chemo, because a lot of women, obviously, if they're not cold capping, they'll lose their hair. So yeah, a lot of
Mm,
exciting stuff. I mean, and
it
Raj,
is.
we have so many, like, I have such a vision for Refem. It's not going to stop there. It's
Yeah.
going to take time to build, but I have a path forward for women. And so this launch is just really the tip of the iceberg. So there's going to be a lot more exciting things with Refem as we continue to grow. Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and I'm wishing you the best.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's gonna do really, really well. It's gonna help lots of women around the world, thousands,
Yes,
maybe millions
I hope so.
of women around the world who, like you said, cancer is such a massive thing around the
Mhm.
world, um, and so many women have cancer, and people, families, um, they know somebody who has it.
So
You know,
true. It touches everyone.
it touches everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so do get in touch. Do get in touch with Kelly. Do join Refem, um, and obviously we'll put the link on the description as well. And get in touch, and you will get the spot which you've been looking for.
Yes.
Because there wasn't any spot there.
No, and go sign up. Go to my Instagram. It's RE.FEMME_, and give us a follow and tag two of your girlfriends. Either if you know a woman who's fighting cancer, tag her. And if you yourself are fighting cancer, this is for you. So tag yourself and then go to joinrefem.com and enter in your email. And then on the 13th, we have two more prizes coming up. This is the first one, the 6 months of nutritional coaching and a plan laid out for fitness as you're walking your journey. But it will be exciting because that'll be announced on our launch day too. Yeah. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and yeah, definitely, and obviously we will be launching our website, our podcast website, relaunching it very soon, and I will obviously try to mention this when the launch date on the website.
please do. That would mean the world. And give me I want to follow you too on Instagram. So we've got to after this, I want to make sure I have. Are you on Instagram?
I am. We're on Instagram. Yeah, the Raj Podcast is on Instagram. I
Oh,
will send you.
cool.
I will send you the link. I will email it to you.
Yes, please do.
I will email it to you. And yeah, and absolutely. And there is something else I want to mention to you, but I will mention it to you by email as well.
Okay, cool.
On there. But Kelly, it's such a pleasure to have you on here. I just want to quickly mention something as well, ask you something as well, because I did see
Yeah.
somewhere they said that you are an author as well.
I am an author. I wrote a book called The Penny Jar, which is a
Ah,
book it's a children's book about grief. So it's the signs that our loved ones send us after they've passed away. So my mother died in 2018 and she sends me pennies. So It's called The Penny Jar.
Wow.
And it's just a real, it's a tangible, actionable way for children to deal with grief versus just reading a book about grief and then putting it
Yeah.
away. So yeah, it's a really special book. Hmm.
All right. And if anybody hasn't checked it out, do check it out on
Yeah, it's
Amazon,
on Amazon.
Audible.
Hmm.
Do check Kelly's book out. I'm sure it's really, it looks like a very interesting book that was actually.
Thank you.
So do check it out,
Yeah.
of the penny jar, as well. And like I said, we'll put the link in the description very shortly as well. So do check it out. You can get it from the description. We'll put it on there, and get in touch with Kelly, and do join Refem and for all the support, um, which will be available for you.
Yeah.
On that, thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank
We
you.
will we will chat very soon.
Yes.
But thank you very much for coming on, and I'm wishing you lots of success. I'm sure it's going to be a massive hit,
Oh, thank you.
Refam, on there, and I'm sure it's already so many people, women have joined. So
There are, yeah, we have over, I mean, we put the site up for registrants on October the 23rd, and we already have like 560 something. So that's
wow,
exciting for something
that's
that
very
hasn't
good.
even
That's so
launched
good.
yet.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
amazing. That's absolutely, that's an amazing number. That is, yeah. It's
I think
absolutely,
so.
it's great. Yeah, great. It can only get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's a hope.
Because the sport you guys, which you're offering, you know, so many women will be definitely joining this platform,
Yes.
and getting in touch with you. So do check it out and do join, and we'll include the link in the description. Thank you very much, Kelly. I'm
Thank
wishing
you.
you a fantastic rest of the Saturday. I'm sure it's
Yes,
early in the USA at the moment.
it
Uh,
is. It is. Let's see. It's 3:34. What time is it there?
it's getting late. It's 9:34 p.m.
Ooh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
great night
But
then.
I've got cousins and sisters in Texas, so that's how
Oh,
I
you
know this.
do? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah. I
yeah,
love
yeah, yeah. So they tell me, so, and I have to be wary of the time difference when I'm chatting to them. So
yeah.
it's, there is that as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure to have you on. And we will chat very soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay.